Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his
monthly bill?
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right!
Hello, and welcome to James the Lesser Expressling, where we get you in and out as fast as possible. With, well, my health, my back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a few things that I need to talk about, okay? A few concerning things. The first is my health, all right? I don't know where yesterday I woke up, and my back was hurting. Now, not my previous back injury. If you remember, many years ago, when I first started on YouTube, I told you guys I had a debilitating back injury. In my lower back, I had a...
Debilitating. And you have not seen a single video of him struggling. Alright, he struggles because he's an idiot, but I mean... any of the vacation videos you've watched, or him and Rambo hanging out, like, there was nothing ever shown to see that he had a debilitating back injury.
Severely herniated disc between my... I forget it was the R4, R5 vertebrae. It was my lower back, and it was basically very concerning because this was the vertebrae that this disc, if it malfunctioned, could destroy my ability to walk. It could destroy my ability to control my bowels. It was basically one of the worst possible things that could happen. It was...
The fuck are you talking about? No, gross. I want to talk about more butt stuff.
Severely herniated to the point where it almost burst, and I had to make several life adjustments in order to accommodate this back injury. When I
never move, never walk, never do any form of exercise ever, guys.
I was first a YouTuber back in the day, I basically wasn't very mobile. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I constantly had shooting pain and numbness in my legs.
You still aren't very mobile.
Because of that, I couldn't really drive long distances. It always had to be like little short spurts because I would get pain and shooting pain in my legs. How are you gonna drive with that? Or numbness, which is even worse because if you can't feel your feet, how do you feel the pedals, right? And you know, back then, I had an office job. And when I lost the office job, I was like, well, thank God that now I found a way to make YouTube my job because I'm not a mobile guy. I can't really move around because of this back injury. At that time, I was doing several different things. I was doing things such as having a back stretcher to stretch out my back and decompress my back every night. It was a big device I bought that was on my floor of my living room back then. So over time, I made life adjustments, all right, that made it so that this back injury...
You sat on your ass all day, every day for
weight, first of all,
13
at one point, I was
years.
240 pounds. It was ridiculous. I was grossly overweight. I lost a lot of that weight.
Step on a scale. Show us,
here to Washington
bitch.
State, and since I moved here, everything in this place that I live now basically makes it so that I don't have to strain my body and my back anymore. You know, I used to live in a condo where I had to park all the way on the other side, walk through this giant parking lot, all the way down a giant long walkway to get to my door. So imagine me grocery shopping.
Bitch. We've seen the condo before. You maybe walked 20 feet. If that. You're just trying to make it sound like you're performing Hercules... what was it? Not the Chores of Hercules. Trials of Hercules, whatever. You're acting like you were fucking pushing a boulder up a hill like you're Odysseus or whatever. Shut the fuck up, DSP. You were carrying groceries.
I had to make 2, 3 trips with a bunch of bags, walking back and forth. By the way, there was ice. There was all kinds of shit there. And basically, since I moved here, everything's better. Like, I have a garage now. So now when I go out and have to bring stuff in, I drive right into the garage, just walk the bags right into the house. It's a one quick trip done. I've done everything I can to basically make it so that I don't have to make physical strain on my body. I haven't driven a long distance since I've moved here. Seriously, like, the longest I've driven is an hour. And that was, like, extenuating circumstances, like a doctor's office that I had to go to. It was the only one that they would let me go to because of my stupid insurance. And I had to drive, like, an hour away. But, yeah, it was basically, like, how can I say it?
Mister, I'm in shape, guys. I can pick up a whole jug of milk myself.
A life-changing experience being here in Washington versus where I used to live in Connecticut. And it allowed my back to essentially stop being strained constantly. And my back essentially stopped having the issue. Now, don't get me wrong. My back is never going to be perfect. There are days when if I'm, I'm doing some heavy lifting or doing a lot of physical activity, my back hurts.
What heavy lifting? What heavy lifting? Oh, I had to pick up the trash bag filled with cat litter. Bullshit. You have your wife do that. There is no heavy lifting going on in that house. Again, the heaviest thing you had to pick up was a fucking gallon of milk. Shut the fuck up.
And then I got to be careful because I don't want to strain it or re-injure the back. But I know for the rest of my life I'm going to have these issues. And by the way, both my mother, my hair in my mouth, both my mother and my father have back issues. It is hereditary as well as,
No. No, 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 no. This is not something passed down by genetics. You are just fat and lazy. You have never at any time shown any symptoms of a bad back. Except for your laziness. Of all the videos I've watched, I've never seen you act like you have a bad back. You had to pick a controller off the floor. Why are you keeping your controllers on the floor? I don't know. But you pick up a controller off the floor, you have no issue. Also, sitting there, rocking back and forth, is not good for a bad back, if you have one. But you do that all the time. You're just fat and lazy. No, I'm not fat and lazy, I have a bad back. Bullshit.
Me already having a history of it. All right. So the reason I'm telling you this is the good news is the lower back injury pretty much is fixed. I never really needed surgery for it. Yeah, at one point I took some therapy for it, some injections into my spine, but that was over 10 years ago. And at this point, it basically it's not an issue. It's a non-issue. Okay. But now all of a sudden I got health issues creeping up. I woke up yesterday out of nowhere. Now I had zero pain in my back, no issues when I went to sleep. I wake up in the morning and I got back pain. Not lower back pain, upper back pain.
Wait. You got upper back pain while sleeping. How the beep do you do that? How? Let's listen.
Now, I've never in my life had upper back pain. The only other pain that I've had in my back and neck was many years ago. I want to say it was like 2011. I could be wrong.
Not touching your face.
I somehow pinched a nerve in my neck, which caused shooting pain and tenseness from my arm all the way through my shoulder, all the way up through my arm into my thumb, and I lost feeling in my thumb for 2 months. It was just tingling with no feeling. And imagine trying to play games. I went to a tournament, a Street Fighter tournament, because yes, I was still attending Street Fighter tournaments back then. I couldn't even feel when I was hitting the button, so I forfeit. I was like, how am I going to play this game when I can't even feel when I'm touching buttons and hitting the joystick? It's not going to happen. Not possible. Okay? So that's the worst I've ever had.
Oh my god, what an adult. What an adult man. I had to drop out of a gaming tournament because I couldn't feel my thumb.
Had since the back injury. All of a sudden, I wake up yesterday morning, I've got back pain, and it's not like, oh, a little bit of soreness. It's like, damn, there's like shooting pain. It's like radiating. Like, what happened here? And I hate to say it, but yeah, it gave me kind of memories, like a throwback to when my lower back had an issue. It kind of reminded me of that, okay? Here's some good news, all right? Even if this is worst case scenario, and actually I am having disc issues again in my back, at least it's the upper back. And the reason I say that is, at least it won't be like I can't move my legs, I can't use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the worst. That was like the worst possible place for me to have a back issue. And thank God it's not that again, okay? If it was, I would probably be scared shitless, because that was like, I'm not kidding, it was so bad, I got depressed because the pain was so bad, and that was one.
You can't just throw the depressed word around. I know you do, but you're not supposed to do that, DSP. You ever diagnosed by a doctor? No? Then shut the fuck up.
One of the worst times of my life is when I first had that back injury, and I didn't know what was going to happen to me, okay? At the very least, this is upper back. So what that means is, for example, right now I'm sitting here, I'm feeling a little bit of uncomfortableness and pain. Can I lift my arms up? Yeah, no problem. Can I use my hands to play a video game? Sure, no problem. Look, 0. But if I move my hand a certain way, I get shooting pain in my back. If I actually, like, expand my body, for example, if I breathe in really hard all the way, right there, pain. Because I've now stretched it out, you see? It's like...
You can't even breathe without hurting yourself. What a pig roach.
Like, oh my God, this sucks. And yesterday, it was hurting over the course of the day. And I was like, okay, hopefully it's not a big issue. Maybe it'll take a day or two, sleep it off or whatever. So last night, I go to sleep, and I'm trying to find a comfortable position to sleep. Now, usually, I'm either a back sleeper or a side sleeper. I do not sleep on my stomach. I've always found if I ever try to sleep on my stomach, it's bad. I wake up in pain or sick. You know, a lot of people say stomach sleeping is the worst sleeping you can do. Okay? So, I tried flat back sleeping. I tried side. Basically, it's every time I fell asleep, okay, I woke up in pain again.
Clean and manual ban.
So basically, I didn't get a good sound sleep last night. Finally, I think it was around 7 in the morning, I realized if I sleep flat on my right shoulder, okay, like this on the bed and my head propped up with the pillow like that, there was no pain. And I was actually able to sleep from like 7 in the morning to like 9 when I got up without pain. So I think it is okay. I figured it out. It took all fucking night. But I figured out if I sleep that one position, maybe I'll be able to sleep through this and get a sound night's sleep with this back pain. Okay? So, you know, I get up today and I'm trying to move around and like, it's worse than yesterday. It absolutely feels worse than yesterday. And it's making me feel like
maybe go see a doctor about it.
Issue. But it's crazy because it's just out of nowhere. I never, ever had an issue with my upper back in my life. Not once. It was always, in my whole life, I've had lower back issues. I felt like, oh, my legs hurt, my knees are a little weak, my lower...
Your whole life? I thought it was a football, heavy backpack, a car accident that hurt your back. That's not your whole life.
Upper back is aching me and stuff like that. I've never had an issue with my upper back. And the other thing is, it happened in the middle of the night. It wasn't like, oh, I had been doing a lot of heavy lifting and I was doing this movement or I was stretching or twisting. I was sleeping. I was fucking sleeping. And now I'm in this pain. Okay? It sucks. And what I will say is, I am very happy that this is my job and that I get to be with you guys and chilling with games every day and that I don't have to physically go somewhere to work, that I don't have to do physical movement for work because, man, if I had to, it would probably be excruciating today. Right now, just sitting here is painful. So can you imagine if I was out there, you know, having to do something physical? I'm incredibly lucky, okay? Incredibly lucky, all right?
And lazy.
Now, let me put it this way, all right? Right now, I'm in pain. And what I'm hoping is that playing the games and stuff today will distract me from it. It did yesterday, and hopefully it will today, and I won't think about it that much, and it won't be a huge issue, all right? If you happen to notice that I look uncomfortable and I look like I'm wincing and I look like it's because I am. It's because I'm in pain. It sucks. I've been through this before. This is not something new to me. For many, many years, I had the lower back
adult
injury.
man
Felt
injured
to this,
while sleeping.
Different position,
struggles through video
more
games.
Serious because, again,
of course, you struggle through video games anyways, but
that's not good.
I got a new excuse for
having
it.
some pain in my upper back and a little bit in my arms, it's not that big of a deal compared to what I used to have. Although for most people, probably like, oh my God, it's terrible. For me, it's like, been there, done that. I've been through this kind of pain before. Now, I don't want this to be something ongoing and constant, obviously. So what I will do is I'll wait and see. I'll see what happens. And hopefully within, say, a week, it gets way better to the point where it's not an issue anymore. Obviously, if it doesn't, if this is an ongoing thing that's not getting better, then I'm going to have to see a doctor for it. All right? But, you know, it's something that it's painful.
The doctor's an idiot. He refused to schedule my day off, guys, so I can't go see a doctor. Oh, wait. He's literally done that before for the ENT.
Enough that it may actually affect me on stream. You guys look at me all day long on a camera, right? And I'll be honest, I'm very good at hiding pain. I know I am. Because a lot of people have no idea.
No, you're not. You can't hide anything.
Or I'm in pain for whatever
reason. If
you're
actually in pain, you would not be able to hide it, you piece of shit.
I basically was like, I definitely need to tell you guys because I wanted to at least have it up front if something happens, if I don't feel good, if I'm looking in pain on stream, so you know what's happening, rather than you be like, what the fuck is going on? And there's 400 conspiracy theories about what's going on with Dark Side Phil. At least now you know up front what's happening, okay? So, I really hope.
Oh, someone's about to get lean and
it's
banned.
not a serious issue, and it's something that will you know, maybe it's just again a nerve pinch. I've had nerve pinches before. They lasted a while, but they went away, and I don't have those issues anymore. Thank God. But man, I hope that this is a situation that's not serious. So I guess we'll see. And we'll go from there. All right. It's not anything that I need to bring up constantly, but it is something that's serious if it does get worse, and I'll let you guys know what happens. Okay. It is concerning, especially for longtime viewers. You know, I used to talk about my back injury all the time because it was a major issue, and it was
a major
happy about that.
way to
obviously
cry and beg for money.
Back issue again.
I'll explain why you're so fucking lazy.
I know. Probably, I almost guarantee you I'm going to get messages from like longtime viewers now and be like, man, I'm so sorry to hear about your back, and I hope you feel better. Because, you know, people are cool like that, man. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate people who care, you know. And I hope that it's not a big deal. We won't know. We got to see. Okay?
Getting chesty, someone else needs to ban.
Okay? All right. So that's number one. Number two, let's talk about Elden Ring, and the status of my playthrough, and what's going on in the game. Because
no, this is boring. We're going to skip this part. Just a second. Let's continue with him bitching about trolls.
All right. How about this? All right? I got to say it. I got to get it off my chest. All right? If you're someone who purposely only attends my content to see me suffer, all right?
Hi, that's me.
Get a life.
I do got a life. I got a full-time job. I got friends. I got hobbies.
Reassess what you're doing. There's a point where, yes, you want to see me be challenged, but if you're someone who's only here for the negative, toxic shit, you really need to improve your own life. You need to look in the mirror and say,
Way
oh
to
my
derail
God, what am
your
I
own
doing?
stream there, DSP.
Seriously, what am I doing with this time that I have on this planet? That you think that just being someone who wants to hurt someone,
Your fingers
and
out
you
of
get
your ears.
revelry in
Wonder
that
have ear
is a
infections.
valid use of your time, you're sadly mistaken. You really are. And you're not helping anyone on this planet. You're actually hurting human society.
You're actually hurting human society by pointing and laughing at me, guys. I love it.
With a mindset like that. You are. You could be doing productive, constructive, positive things with your life. Instead, you're sitting here wasting your life on toxic, hurtful shit. You have to stop. Really,
You have to
get
stop,
some help.
guys.
You need
Get
it.
some
This is not me
help.
trying to be insulting. This is me actually being real with a group of people out there that I feel
Oh my god, this is so good. I'm so glad I'm watching this.
over the years have stalked me, both on the internet and in my real life, to try to hurt me.
No one has stalked you in your life, and you put everything on the internet. There is no stalking involved. We just watch the stuff you put on the internet.
For literally no justifiable reason besides they're fucking crazy. Stop it. Go to family members, friends, whatever you need to do, a medical professional. You gotta stop with this shit. It has to end at some point. It can't just be, I will waste all of my time trying to make Phil miserable. You are not getting anywhere.
We're not
Has your
doing anything
life
to make you
significantly
miserable.
improved
You
since
make
started
you
acting like this?
miserable.
I don't think so. In fact, I would argue for most of you, it's probably gotten worse. You have to stop with this shit. We have a community here of people who like what I do. That's what they're here for. And by the way, these are the people who support me every day, which is why I'm able to still put out the quality of content, the positive level of content that I do. We don't need you. We don't want toxic people who are here just to shit on everything and say everything
Why am I
sucks, say
toxic?
everything's wrong, that Phil should suffer. You have problems, and you need to seek solutions to those problems. I actually feel for you. If this is the kind of person you are,
I'm sorry about laughing so hard, but it's so fucking good.
overcome and obsessed you at this point.
He's always entertaining for all the wrong reasons.
Like, seriously, you need to talk to someone. As someone who at one point in my life was overcome with negativity and toxicity when I was part of the Street Fighter community, and then as someone who subsequently later in life became depressed, all right? I can tell you that it may seem
When were you diagnosed by a real doctor? Never. Shut the fuck up.
like there is no way out, that there's no one who cares, that there's no one who loves you. I've been there, all right? I've personally felt those feelings.
And he just got
You can get
£100
help.
But
you need to
is that
stop
euro?
the toxic behaviors.
Not a euro, but he got
absolutely
$100
because this is
or
getting you nowhere.
£100, whatever.
To sit here on a stream,
Super
of a
chat.
streamer who's playing Elden Ring.
Hey Phil, I
and
hope this
complain
helps.
The entire time.
First of all, it doesn't help because it's not a tip. Second of all, stop giving him money.
Saying your stream's boring because you're succeeding is like, what planet do you fucking live on? Where every moment someone should be in pain and suffering, and this is a good thing.
You.
Like, how do you feel?
You should
how do
always be
feel
in pain and
not
suffering.
A moment of enjoyment,
Especially
when
during Elden
someone
Ring.
else is doing something that's good for them or they're succeeding in life. How? I just don't understand that. I don't, because I've gotten out of that portion of my life, and I'm in a part of my life now because I pushed myself out of that negativity and that toxicity. I got to a point in my life where things are great. I love my wife. I love my life that I have here with her. You know what I mean? Like, I love my job.
What,
I
no
love
one's ever
everything
seen or heard
because
from in
I
years?
pushed through tough times in my life. I sought the help that I needed. I got out of the darkness, and now here I am having a great life with a great
I got out of the darkness. Oh my god. What movie are you clipping these quotes from?
audience and with a great family. Okay? You can too. I swear to you. I believe with every fiber of my being that you can actually have a good life too. But you need to stop being toxic to everyone else around you who's got something good. You have to stop with it. Because it's actually just going to hurt you way worse.
This is so fucking
than you
good.
even imagine. Seriously, it's just going to pull you down further. When you surround yourselves with people on the internet who are of the same mindset of negative, toxic hate, you will not escape that mindset. You will be there forever until you find a way to pull yourself out and say, I'm going to do something better with my life. Really. This
God,
really,
this is so fucking
when I see
good.
this behavior, it shocks me and it scares me that there's so many people on the planet that are in that and stuck in that, genuinely stuck in that mindset.
Someone just did a super sticker of a
it's bad,
salt
you know?
bottle. And he's about to get
It's very
banned.
bad. And I would hope that you would be able to
Clean
do that
in
for
manual
yourself,
ban on the salt.
you know. And I hate to say it, it's sad because there are people who prey upon people like this. The negative shithead content creators who are out there only to make a buck for themselves, and they don't care how they make the bucks or who they hurt or who they use along the way, because that's all it is. They're just using their audiences. They're rallying toxicity. They're rallying these negative stereotypes and conspiracy theories to get attention out of that audience so that they can get over and either become popular, make money, or both. And it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
It's
YouTube
wrong,
should not allow it. It should not
guys.
allow it. Yet it persists, right? It's messed up. It really is. And it just needs
More people
to
getting
end at some point.
banned.
And after seeing it yesterday firsthand on stream, I was actually shocked. And I was like, listen, if people want to see some challenging stuff at the end of the stream, fine. Why didn't we just say that? right? Instead of sitting here on my Elden Ring stream and the entire time saying, this stream sucks, it's boring, I'm not going to support, this is terrible, why not say, hey, Phil, we understand you have to do Southern Limb Grave. It's very important, you need the items. Maybe at some point, the last half hour of your stream, could you go back to Caitlyn and just give it a shot? That would be kind of interesting, don't you think? Just to give it a shot. No one said that. Instead, you sit here bitching. Oh, you suck. This stream sucks. This playthrough sucks. You have a brain, fucking use it, right? Make a constructive suggestion. Because if someone had said that, I would have been, okay, I came up with the idea myself, and then the last 20 minutes of the stream were actually quite fun. You know, I could go back to Caitlyn. We can maybe split the time. Go to East Limgrave for half the stream. Explore, do easy stuff. Go to Caitlyn and see how far I can get over there for the second half of the stream. What's wrong with that? I'm down with that.
I love that he's attacking his
crap on the stream.
fans like this.
Right?
Like his fans are saying, hey, this is boring, entertain us.
Like this, but it wasn't.
No!
I'd say probably the people who were dominating the stream chat at the time, probably 15 people, who were all being like this. And it's like, you know, get out of it, man. You know? If you don't like what you're seeing, fine. Tell me what's a good suggestion.
Mind you, this is supposed to be a gameplay stream right now.
You know?
Take a sip.
So, there you go. That's what I have to say about that, all right? I'm very much looking forward to Elden Ring tomorrow. I really am. And you know, I'm going to keep pushing forward. I know there's going to be an insane challenge going forward. There's no way I'm going to steamroll this game with this one weapon. I know that. Here's what happens in these games. You start off with a weapon that's good, and it's good for a third of the game, and then it sucks ass, and you got to completely reassess what you're doing because the weapon's no good. And I know that's what will happen. I'll end up finding better weapons, and I'll probably change up my build. If I keep upping faith, maybe I'll start using faith spells and incantations and stuff. It's going to change. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's all about
someone else about to get banned.
Mature, polite, and intelligent with what you say and do.
So 3 things you are not.
There's a difference between sitting here and saying, well, Phil, this is kind of boring. Would it be possible to maybe have you teleport somewhere more challenging just for, you know, a little bit of the stream and see what happens with this new weapon you have? Maybe you can kick ass in a further part of the game because the weapon's so good. Compare that to, this stream sucks, you suck, wow, this is boring, you're over-leveled, you're playing the game wrong, you fucked up, this is baloney, I'm not supporting the stream, fuck you. You want to talk about 2 completely different mentalities. Intelligence and maturity versus entitlement and immaturity, right?
Yes, you are entitled and immature.
Like, holy fuck. Grow up. Because I don't want that shit on my stream. I really don't. And I'm not going to put up with that shit. And you wonder, oh, why are people getting banned? That's why. I'm not going to put up with your shit. You know, I'm here to have a game and have fun. To game and have fun.
This is United States of Phil. Never forget.
And that's not, sitting here crapping on stuff does not create a good time. All it does is make things more toxic. And I'm not putting up with that shit. Here's what you do. If this is you, and you absolutely cannot stop yourself, leave and go to the illegal restreamers who are restreaming.
The illegal restreamers. Nothing illegal about it, first of all. Second of all, this gameplay stream has been going on for 80 minutes. No gameplay.
The stream and go do it over there. Because that's all they're doing anyway. They're stirring up the morons to do this kind of behavior. So go ahead and stir them up, and get the fuck off my stream. Let us have fun with what we're doing on the stream, all right? But I would be totally 100% okay with if you guys moving forward wanted to split
please start the
time.
game.
Do some
Can we please move on from this segment?
Something different that's more challenging. I'm okay with that. I actually am very interested to go explore that Poison Lake and that town with the invisible guys and Caleb. I'm down for that. All right? But let's talk about it and let's discuss it and figure out what's good, what's entertaining versus what people are just going to sit here and shit on. Okay? I'm glad we had this conversation. The thing is, I wonder. I genuinely wonder.
The game, someone posting a clown
if anyone
emoji.
Will think about what I just said, who is in that toxic mindset, and will actually take it to heart. I hope so. I actually want what's best for everyone who watches my content. I actually do. Even though people think, oh, Phil probably hates the haters and stuff. No, I want them to actually move on and do something productive with their lives, rather than thinking that just being disgusting and toxic and insulting and is a good way to go through life, when it's not. Because I've been there and I know it led me to nothing but sadness and depression and darkness until I finally pulled myself out of it, and now I'm in a much better place. And I want others to be able to realize that too. But when I see that kind of attitudes and behavior, like I saw yesterday on stream, I was like, dude, I can't believe how
Tuesday's about to get banned.
This has to end.
Isn't expecting 150 every time you stream. Don't get it and complain entitlement. Honest question. Yep, there it is. Banned.
So let's go ahead and continue.
Banned!
Actually, that's all I have to talk about today. Seriously, that's all I had to talk about. I wanted to talk about the schedule and the return of Skyrim, my back injury, which sucks right now, and I hope it feels better over the course of today. In fact, I can genuinely tell you a little bit. It actually just sitting here feels a little better. It's not great, but I think just sitting here and not moving and straining, it's actually feeling a little bit better right now. Maybe over the course of today, it will feel even better. I don't know, but it actually feels significantly better just kind of sitting here for the last hour talking with you guys. We'll see. All right. And, all right, let's get to shout-outs. All right? So let's start off with YouTube side shout-outs.
We're going to zoom on this because just watch.
Did a $5 super chat. Says, dude, curious, do you have any figures that are now rare to find? Figures? No. I don't have any figures. I'm not sure what you mean. I used to collect action figures when I was much, much younger. And I still had some of those saved up. If you remember my very earliest days on YouTube, I used to actually show that I had them decorated
Like
my
that
condo in Connecticut.
action figure over
Those
your
have been
right
gone for
shoulder.
many years. I don't have any kind of collectibles or anything like that anymore. You know.
You don't have any kind of collectibles anymore. Look over your right shoulder at that Blanca action figure. Look over your left shoulder at the bobblehead doll from Fallout. The Mega Man and the Ryu. Or Ken, whatever one that is. You don't have any collectibles. You don't have any figures. They're literally on screen right meow. They're literally on the screen right now. How are you going to sit there and say you don't have them when they're literally on the screen right now?
Skyrim house party.
There you go. Welcome back. 1 hour and 49 minutes. Good job, DSP. Anyways, this is a long video with a lot of stuff. Pretty much just me ranting and raving. So I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, turn on below, and have one hell of a day.